You already know that Blox Fruits is full of items that take ages to get, but there are always certain ones that are the hardest to get, and always the best ones. So if you want to know what are these hardest items and how to get them, make sure you watch this video till the end. Today's shoutouts go to these guys. If you want a shoutout in the next video, just leave a like and tell me in the comments your favorite item from this video. On the number 10 place on the list we got the Dark Dagger. What is that? Well, Dark Dagger is a legendary sword that looks really crap at the first sight. But keep in mind, in the anime Dark Dagger is used by the Mihawk when he defeated the infamous Roronoa Zoro with it. So it should be really powerful, right? Well, it is a very good sword indeed, but it's kind of hard to use and of course hard to get, which is why it's in this video. So if you want to get this legendary sword, you will have to defeat one of the hardest, if not the hardest, boss in the game, which is the Ripindra himself. And let me tell you, killing him is the easiest part. The tricky part is spawning him. So how to do that? Well, first things first, you will have to get the 3 legendary hockey colors, which is insanely slow and expensive. But if you want to get all of them as fast as possible, check this video out. Then, you will have to get the God's Chalice, and that can be done by defeating the elite pirates whose location can be found from the elite hunter NPC at the castle of the Sea Island. But after all that, go to the castle on the sea and place the chalice on the pedestal and kill the boss, but the drop chance of Dark Dagger is only 2.5%, so you may have to kill him a couple of times, and that's how you get one of the hardest items in Blox Fruits. But we got 9 more. This one isn't necessarily an item, but it's still considered a thing. But more importantly, it's insanely hard to get, and that is the Buddha Fruit Awakening. So, we all know that raids are hard and awakenings are expensive, but if you ever tried Buddha Raid, you know how hard it is, especially if you do it solo. But again, I got you. In this video I showed you some tips and tricks, so if you are planning to awaken your Buddha Fruit, make sure to check it out. And again, you got one of the hardest things in Blox Fruits very easily, so let's get to the next thing. Now we are getting to mythical swords, true triple katana to be exact. Now to be fair, this sword is insanely good. It has high damage, large hitboxes, above average attack speed and so on. But getting this sword is such a huge pain. Why? Well, that's because apart from the 2 million price of the final sword, you have to get 3 different swords with each one costing 2 million pelli again. So the price of true triple katana is basically 8 million pelli, and since you get this sword in second C, it's a lot for the second C. So the swords that you have to get are the Sato, Shisui, and Wando. You can get them from the legendary sword dealer, who is incredibly hard to find. So if you want to know how to find him, check this video out. But honestly, I think getting the true triple katana is definitely worth it. Now we're getting into a bit newer stuff, and one of these is the Kitsun Mask. Many will say that it isn't new since the update with Kitsune stuff came out 5 months ago, and I agree with them. But no matter how old it is, many players are still losing their minds trying to get this, and that's because it's so hard to get. But I mean, just look at the buffs. It's focused on the sea events hunting like Leviathan and Terror Shark, so it has to be really great in order for it to make a slight difference on the battlefield. So after all, how do you even get it? This accessory can be obtained by submitting 15 or more Azure Embers at the Kitsune Shrine during the Blue Moon event, on the Kitsune Island. Which explained a lot to you, I know. But if you're really serious about getting it and other Kitsune themed items, make sure to check out this video. If you didn't already know, in Blox Fruits we have these so-called titles, which are portraited by your nickname when you, for example, type something in the chat, which I am pretty sure you already know about. Well, there are 177 titles right now, and there are tons of titles that are really easy to obtain. For example, if you want to get the Empty Vessel title, you just have to completely run out of energy. Or if you want the Conqueror title, you have to complete any raid. So what is the catch? Well, there are certain titles that are a nightmare when it comes to obtaining them, like killing any of these YouTubers in-game titles. Where is my title though? So if you manage to get all 177 titles, you are an insane player. Again, a sword. But the Cursed Dual Katana is much harder to get compared to the true triple katana. Why? Well, in order to get this Cursed Dual Katana, you have to get 2 equally hard to get swords, Yama and Tushita. I won't annoy you with explaining how to get them, but if you want to, then check out this video as always. But is the CDK any good? Well, if you can't afford the Dark Blade, Cursed Dual Katana is generally the best sword you could possibly have. Multi-target attacks with extremely high damage, great combo extensor, no dash forward and big hitboxes. It has everything you want in a sword, but again, getting it is really difficult. Let's break this sword cycle with a fighting style, and none other than the God Human itself. I mean, what is there to be said about this fighting style that you don't already know? It has high damage and insanely good combo potential, which is thanks to really great stuns. But if you ever started getting it, you know the pain. You basically have to get every single fighting style in the game before you can get God Human, except Sanguine Art. And you have to spend a good amount of time grinding those fighting styles in order to reach certain mastery requirements, and even after that you have to get 5 million Peli and a lot of other materials. So good luck with that. Last sword, I promise. It's the Shark Anchor. It's that new sword that looks like an anchor. It's really good considering that it has high damage, good stuns and big area of effect moves. Not better than Curse Dual Katana though. But getting it takes a very long time. You have to craft a monster magnet and defeat a draw shark with an anchor attached, which is really hard to find, and even when you find it there is low chance that you will actually kill it. So make sure you go with someone when you're doing these types of events. We just talked about God Human fighting style, but there is one that is even harder to get, and that is the Sanguine Art. Why is it hard? Well, apart from tons of other requirements, you are required to give a Leviathan heart, which of course requires you to defeat a Leviathan boss. And we all know how hard that is. So if you want to know how to get the Leviathan heart and at the end even the Sanguine Art, check out this video. And let's be real, Sanguine Art is a beast of a fighting style. So make sure you get it. I played Blox Fruits for a long time and got a lot of stuff, but the hardest thing for me was getting the race V4. Why? Well, it took me 3 days to get and I played for a couple hours every day. The hardest part was finding the full moon and then just getting everything correctly. But it's definitely worth it. You get so many buffs and new abilities, it's really a must to get it if you want to be good in 3rd C. So if you want to know how to get it easily step by step, check out this video. Guys, if you found this video helpful, make sure you leave a like and a subscribe to let me know that I should make more useful videos. Thanks for watching and see you soon.